Hello, it's your girl Miss Tay, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Raising Your Crown, a space for growth, elevation, healing, and really becoming your best and highest self. Also, shout out to all the people who purchased my calendar. I'm actually headed to Jamaica in a few days. So everything I've collected is going towards rebuilding, buying necessities, supplies, whatever it is that we can do, that is where it's going. And I thank you all for your purchase. And for those monitoring spirits that like to look at my pretty face every day, go and buy the Bumba Clock calendar and help the people of Jamaica. One house at a time, one person at a time. That's it. Okay? I'm also going to be documenting everything so you guys will see and know where it's going. And obviously today, we're not going to be nice because everybody cannot come with you. Everybody cannot sit with you. Not that relationship, not that job, not that version of you that you've been holding on to out of comfort. And you didn't just wake up one day and decided to be brand new. Okay, this was slow, this was deliberate, but it was honest. It's real. This was you sitting in rooms laughing, not really feeling it. Being around people and still feeling alone. Going back to the same habits, same cycles, same way of thinking. And wondering, why does this feel off? Okay. And then it hits you. It's not that everything changed. It's that you changed. When you start evolving, everything that used to fit honestly starts to piss you off. It becomes uncomfortable. Like it feels forced. It feels... it feels aggravating. And instead of leaving, a lot of people stay and force themselves into roles that they already outgrew. And that's the issue. You know you've outgrown something when you cannot fake the excitement anymore. When you need space, more space than usual. When you feel drained after being around a certain group of people. When environments that used to feel normal feel like fuckery. When old habits start to feel like self-sabotage instead of comfort. That ain't you being too much. That's your spirit telling you that this ain't for you no more. Okay? And let's talk about love. If I gotta question how you feel about me, you already lost me. If I gotta beg for your consistency, you already lost me. If I feel more confused, insecure, child, you already lost me. I'm not arguing to be or to receive your bare minimum. That version of me, yeah, she don't live here no more. R.I.P. to her, she is dead and gone. Okay? Some of y'all are not in love. Some of y'all are in attachment. Y'all are used to the person. Y'all are used to the patterns. Y'all are used to the feelings. But that shit ain't love, okay? That is emotional fuckery. And y'all are calling it potential. Well, maybe one day they'll change. Sweetheart, you shouldn't be dating or being in relations with anyone out of potential. Date out of alignment. If I gotta beg for consistency, I'm already single in my spirit, okay? You're not hard to love. You're just dealing with people who benefit from loving you halfway. And let me break it down even further. If somebody texts you only when it's convenient, that's not love. If they act one way in public and a whole other way when nobody's watching, that's not love. If they expect you to compromise your peace to accommodate their bullshit, that ain't love. Love is supposed to feel like a safe space, not a full-on obstacle course. Okay, this ain't America Ninja Warrior. Okay, and let me tell you a story. I had this friend, and we're gonna call her Jada. I knew Jada since kindergarten, and Jada and I used to ride everywhere together. Okay. But every time I started growing, every time I started setting boundaries, every time I started hitting these milestones and goals, Jada started acting funny. Jada started acting weird. Silent treatment, throwing shade, throwing jabs at me. Suddenly she was too busy, okay? And then I realized she wasn't mad at me. She was mad because I outgrew the energy she was comfortable with. And let me tell you, okay, that I ain't going back. And I'm sure y'all can relate, okay? I'm sure y'all had someone in your life who started acting weird because you started leveling up. And yes, that is the universe showing you that they can't come with you. They cannot sit with you. That's your cue to let it go. Now, let's talk about money. A lot of people say they want more, but they still think broke. Still move scared. Still hesitate. Still doubt themselves. I absolutely have to check myself when it comes to this department. Saying I wanted more, but still operating in a mindset that kept me playing small. But you gotta think big, bitch. You gotta think big. So invest in yourself and trust that God and the universe will bring it back tenfold. Okay? Every time you spend on yourself, every time you invest in yourself, invest with intention. Invest with purity. Okay? Because you can't sit in guilt and expect the universe to reward you. You can't expect God to reward you every time you spend on yourself when you're feeling guilty. It doesn't work that way, boo-boo. So I ask, am I scared of failing, or am I scared of actually becoming who I said I wanted to be? Because those are two different fears. And one of them will keep me stuck. Okay, move like the version of you that has already accumulated everything that they ever desired. Charge what you're worth and stop shrinking your goals. Stop shrinking and being scared to outgrow your environment around you. Stop waiting for permission and stop tolerating shit that no longer serves you. You don't have a money problem, you have a comfort problem. It's like conditioning. Especially when you come from a middle class, factory working parents or grandparents, aunties, uncles, family members, or farm-like upbringings. It's very hard to break from that mindset that's been installed. Okay? Broke isn't just your mind. Broke isn't just your bank account. It's decisions that you keep repeating. If you ain't scared of leveling up, you're not really trying hard enough. Let me tell you about my first time I really started charging what I really wanted for my service. I was scared. I was like, what if they think I'm too expensive? But I did it anyway. And you know what happened? I got more respect. I got more opportunities. I felt good about myself. I gained more confidence. I got more clients than I ever had before. The same energy that was comfortable with me before, they couldn't handle it. That's the kind of growth I'm talking about. If you're still tolerating energy that doesn't match your worth, you're literally paying a high price in peace, time, and opportunity. That's your wealth leaking out before it even had a chance to even show up. Now, let's get real. Sometimes the one thing you outgrew, your mindset, your habits, your excuses, that version of you that keeps saying later, that version of you has to go. That version of you that stays where it's comfortable, that version of you has to go. Comfort will keep you longer in spaces than failure ever will. Ask yourself, where am I shrinking just to fit into old spaces? What old routines am I repeating because I'm used to what's easy? What am I pretending not to see that's holding me back from being the version of me I've been trying to manifest? Pause. Take a breath. Think about it. I'm not asking you to answer me out loud. Just sit with that thought. Okay? Now let's talk about the guilt. Feeling bad for outgrowing people. Feeling bad for changing. Feeling bad because people start looking at you differently. Let me free you. You did change, because what were you supposed to do? Keep settling for the same shit? Stay the same? Keep shrinking? Come on. We ain't got no time for that, honey. We ain't got no time for that. 2026. Everybody can't come with you because everybody ain't aligned with where you're going. Some people only knew the version of you that's tolerated less than yourself. And when you start leveling up, they feel like they lost access to you. And they did, because this version of you doesn't accept the same shit anymore. Some people were meant to be a chapter in your life, and some people are meant to be part of the whole story. I made a decision. I'm choosing alignment over attachment. I'm choosing peace over history. I'm choosing comfort over forcing myself into conversations that I don't align with. Okay? I'm not forcing myself into relationships. If it flows, it flows. If it doesn't, I'm letting it go. You can't come with me if you're not committed to a version of me that I've outgrown. I'm not shrinking anymore. Okay? I'm not explaining my growth either. I'm not dimming myself to make other people feel comfortable. I still love people to an extent. I just love myself enough now to not stay where I've outgrown. And let's really get raw. If people are mad because you outgrew them, good. That means you're finally prioritizing yourself. If people are upset because your standards change, good. That means you finally set some boundaries. If people are scared of your glow, good. That means you finally stepped into your higher power. And here's another story. There's this guy I used to talk to. We're going to call him Marcus. Marcus was stuck at a flight attendant job that paid him okay, but they didn't respect him. He kept complaining. But he didn't make any moves. Finally, he said, "Hey, I'm done. I want more." And I asked him, "Why? What's stopping you? Why aren't you stepping up?" He realized he was scared to outgrow his co-workers and his boss that he felt familiar with. Familiarity felt safe, but safe kept him broke and small. When he finally stepped out, opportunities started showing up. He ended up starting his own business, which is what he always wanted to do, which was catering. And after having that conversation with me, he ended up doing what he really wanted to do. So what are you holding on to that's keeping you small? Your friends, your ex, your job, your comfort, your excuses, what? Write it down. Journal about it. Think about it. Ponder about it. So if things feel different lately, if people feel different, if your life feels like it's shifting, good. That means you're evolving. And not everyone is meant to come with you. Okay? This is Miss Tay from Raising Your Crown, a space for growth, elevation, and healing, and to becoming your highest and best self. And I'll see where we go from here. Thank you.